Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station with the second game of tonight, the second semifinal game of the one and done playoff tournament. If you didn't see the first one, I highly recommend it, between the 86 Red Sox and the 1983 Baltimore Orioles. It was a fantastic game at Memorial Stadium. But we are now on to the National League bracket championship, which is the semifinal for the tournament, and it will pit the 1989 San Francisco Giants, who won the National League pennant but lost in the World Series to the Oakland Athletics in the Earthquake World Series, unfortunately, and they will face the hometown 1982 St. Louis Cardinals, who would win the World Series against the Milwaukee Brewers. The Giants are the number 6 seed, the Cardinals the number 5 seed, thus the home field advantage. The 89 Giants were 92 wins and 70 losses, lost the World Series. In 1982, the Cardinals 92 and 70 losses, but they won the World Series. So let's go to the starting lineups. For the San Francisco Giants, leading off playing center field, Brett Butler. Batting second, the second baseman, Ken Oberfeld. Batting third, Will the Thrill Clark. Playing first base, the cleanup hitter, playing left field, Kevin Mitchell. Batting fourth. Batting fifth, third baseman, Riles. Batting sixth, catcher, Terry Kenneth. Batting seventh, right fielder, Candy Maldonado. Batting eighth, Jose Uribe, playing short. Batting ninth and doing the pitching, Robinson. That's Don Robinson. And in 1989, 12 wins, 11 losses, 3.43 earned run average. For the 1982 St. Louis Cardinals, Willie McGee will be leading off playing center field, and here we go. Ken Oberfeld is also on the Cardinals, but he's playing third base, batting second. Batting third, playing first, Keith Hernandez. Batting fourth is Hendrick in right field. Batting fifth, Lonnie Smith in left field. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Tommy Hearn. Batting seventh, Gene Tennis doing the catching. Batting eighth, the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith, playing short. And batting ninth, doing the pitching, Steve Mura. 12 wins, 11 losses, 4.05 earned run average. Struck out 84, walked 80, so he does have some control problems. Batting average against 278. Left-handers batted a whopping 292. Right-handers 268 off Mura. Defensive alignment, Gene Tennis behind the plate. 3 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. Oberfeld above average at third. Ozzie Smith excellent at short. Tommy Hearn above average at second. Keith Hernandez excellent at first. In left field, Lonnie Smith 4 out of 10 range, 6 out of 10 arm. Willie McGee will chase him down with the best of them. 9 out of 10 range with a very good arm. 7 out of 10. George Hendrick in right. Average range with an above average arm. So here comes Brett Butler to lead it off for the San Francisco Giants. He's batting .333 in this one and done tournament, the first 2 games of the tournament. In actuality, 283, 4 home runs, 36 runs driven in, 100 runs scored. He batted .284 off right-handed pitching. Butler, 8 out of 10 bunter. Mura gets a sign from Tennis. Butler will take. Strike 1. Top speed pitch in there, so no balls, 1 strike. Corners are in. Trying to protect against a bunt base hit by Brett Butler. Mura nods his head. Here's the pitch to Butler. And that is a line out to Oberfeld. Great reaction by Ken Oberfeld as he was playing in. So 1 out, and guess who's up? The other Ken Oberfeld. Oberfeld for the Giants. 0 for 7 in this tournament so far. In actuality, batted .319, 2 home runs, 15 runs driven in, going 17 runs scored. He bats .354 off right-handed pitching. Couldn't keep him out of the line with that type of average. Mura's ready. He sets and delivers to Obergefell, and he strikes him out. So 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Will the Thrill Clark batting .428, 1 home run, 2 runs batted in. In actuality, the Thrill batted .333, 23 round trippers, 111 runs driven in, 104 runs scored, .340 off right-handed pitching. Tennis sets the target, the windup and the pitch to Clark. And Clark works a walk. They pitch very carefully to Will Clark there. So a 2-out walk, Clark 6 out of 10 base running ability. Keith Hernandez holding him on, and here comes Kevin Mitchell, power hitting left fielder for the Giants. He's batting .250 in the tournament, 1 home run, 1 RBI. .291 batting average in 1989, 47 home runs to go with 125 RBIs and 100 runs scored. .285 batting average off right-handed pitching. 2 outs, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. They throw over to Hernandez, who applies the tag on Clark, but he's back safely. Trying to keep Clark close. Mura looks to first, now in at Tennis. He sets and delivers to Mitchell. And Mitchell sends that ball deep to right center, but Willie McGee's there for out number 3. No score as we go to the bottom of the first. Due up for the 1982 Cardinals, Willie McGee, Ken Obergefell, and Keith Hernandez to face Don Robinson. Again, 12 wins, 11 losses in 1989, 3.43 earned run average, struck out 96, walked 37, batting average against .248. Left-handers batted at a .260 clip, right-handers at a .230 clip. He's good for 120 pitches. Behind the plate, Terry Kennedy, 4 out of 10 defense, 3 out of 10 arms, so he's not outstanding defensively. Riles is at third, Ernest Riles, 3 out of 10 range with a .962 fielding percentage. He's in there for his bat. Uribe is very good at short, Obergefell below average at second, and Will Clark good at first. In left field, Mitchell, 6 out of 10 range with a below average arm. Butler, 8 out of 10 range with a 7 out of 10 arm. And Candy Maldonado in right, the Candyman can, 4 out of 10 range with an above average arm. So here's Willie McGee for the Cardinals. Giants will bring their corners in to protect against the bunt. McGee, 9 out of 10 bunting ability. So Riles in at third, Clark in at first. Robinson gets the sign from Kennedy. Here's the pitch to McGee. That's a grounder up the middle, and that's going to be a hustle double. No, he is thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Butler fires to Obergefell, who applies the tag. Willie McGee is out. Wow. Here comes Ken Obergefell, and bases are empty. Obergefell's 0 for 2 for the Cardinals in this tournament. In actuality, .289, 2 home runs, 34 runs driven in to go along with 55 runs scored. He's batting .308 in 1982 off right-handed pitching. 1 out, no 1 on. Here's the pitch by Robinson. And he strikes out Obergefell, who's now 0 for 3 in the tournament for the Cardinals. 2 outs. Keith Hernandez comes to the plate. Cardinal first baseman batting .500 for the tournament. 4 for 8 with a double and a run scored. In 1982, Keith Hernandez batted .299, 7 home runs, 94 runs driven, 79 runs scored. .307 off right-handed pitching. Robinson toes the rubber. Kennedy sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. And that's a grounder up the middle. So Hernandez is on with 2 outs. Will Clark to hold him on. Hernandez 7 out of 10 base running ability. Here comes the dangerous George Hendrick. Cardinal right fielder. He's batting .250 in the tournament. No home runs, no runs scored. In 1982, Hendrick batted .282, 19 home runs, 104 runs driven in to goal line, 65 runs scored. .270 off right-handed pitching. Robinson looks to first. Now in at Kennedy. Here's the pitch to Hendrick. And that is going to be a double to right center field. They're going to wave Keith Hernandez on. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Butler has a 7 out of 10 arm. 29% chance to throw him out. So Butler will be throwing to Uribe. And then to Kennedy. We're going to try for the play at the plate. Here's the cutoff throw to Uribe. And the throw, but not in time. Hernandez slides it safely underneath the Kennedy tag. The Cardinals jump out for a 1-0 lead. A clutch double by George Hendricks with 2 outs. Here comes Lonnie Smith. He's 0 for 8 in the tournament. The Giants will move their corners in as he's at 10 out of 10 bunting ability. Riles in at third, Clark in at first, Hendrick at second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Robinson to Smith. And that is a line out to Candy Maldonado and right. Inning over, but the St. Louis Cardinals of 1982 draw first blood. We go to the top of the second. Cardinals 1, San Francisco nothing. Due up for the Giants of 1989. Riles, Kennedy, and Maldonado. So Ken Obergefell, here's a funny little retro replay stat. He is, I believe he is 0 for 8 for the Giants. And for the Cardinals, he's 0 for 3. So Obergefell on 2 different teams is 0 for 11. That's an interesting little fun stat. Alright, here comes Ernest Riles. Riles is 0 for 3 in the tournament. In actuality, batted .278, 7 home runs, 40 runs driven in, 43 runs scored. And .293 off right-handed pitching. That's why he was inserted into the lineup by myself. Mura back up on the mound. Gets a sign from Gene Tennis. Here's the pitch to Riles. And Riles pops it up to Tommy Herr on the outfield grass for out number 1. And here comes the Giant catcher, Terry Kennedy. 125, 1 RBI. He batted .239 in 1989, 5 round trippers, 34 runs driven in to go with 19 runs scored, .250 off right-handed pitching. Kennedy digs into that left-hander's batter's box. The windup and the pitch by Mura. Kennedy sends that ball deep to right center field. Willie McGee's there for out number 2. So with 2 outs, no one on, 1-0. Cardinals, top of the second. Candy Maldonado steps to the plate, the Candy Man. He's batting .375, 1 home run, 3 runs driven in. In actuality, .217, 9 home runs, 41 runs driven in. 39 runs scored, so far Candy is above expectations. Remember, Mura gives up a .268 batting average to right-handed batters. Maldonado's ready. Here's the pitch. And he works a walk, so a 2-out walk. Maldonado represents the tying run. At first base, Keith Hernandez holding him on. Maldonado 5 out of 10 base running ability. And here comes Jose Uribe, .250 batting average in the tournament, .221 in actuality. 1 home run, 30 RBIs, 34 runs scored, .224 off right-handed pitching. Mura gives up a .292 batting average to lefties. Uribe to take. Strike 1. Off-speed pitch in there. Curveball caught the strike zone. No balls, 1 strike. Mura looks to Hernandez at first. Now in at tennis, here's the pitch to Jose Uribe, excuse me. And he strikes him outside, retired. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Cardinals. Due up for St. Louis, Herr, Tennis, and Smith. So Tommy Hearn, 8 out of 10 bunting ability. Giants once again will play their corners in. Seems like every Cardinal batter can bunt. I will be right back in a moment. And we are back. Thank you for your patience. Alright, Tommy Herr comes to the plate. Corners in for the Giants. 1-0, bottom of the second. Herr leading it off. Here's the pitch by Robinson. And that's a single to left. A leadoff single by Tommy Herr. Brings up Gene Tennis. Lots of playoff experience for Gene Tennis. Even though he's 0 for 4 in this game. In this tournament. 258 in 1982, 7 home runs, 18 runs driven in, 18 runs scored, 387 batting average off right-handed pitching. Giants look to turn 2 with Uribe and Oberkfell up the middle. Robinson gets the sign from Kennedy. He sets and delivers to Tennis. And that ball goes deep to left center field. Butler makes the catch, throws to second base. Tommy Herr is there, though. He tags up safely. He's in scoring position with 1 out for the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith batting .800, no home runs, no RBIs. He's 4 for 5 with a double and 4 runs scored. In actuality, 248, 2 home runs, 43 RBIs, 58 runs scored. 243 batting average off right-handed pitching. Don Robinson looks in at Terry Kennedy. Kennedy sets the target. Here's the pitch to the Wizard of Oz. And that is a single to right field. They're going to wave Tommy Herr around. 8 out of 10. Base running ability. Maldonado in shallow right center. 6 out of 10 arm. He's going to throw to the plate. We're going to let it go through. Here's the throw. Herr is safe. The Cardinals take a 2-0 lead. Ozzie Smith advances to second on the throw to the plate. As the organist plays turn through the whole stadium in the fans cheering. Cardinals looking to punch their ticket for the finals of this tournament. And it brings up Steve Mura, the pitcher, 10 out of 10 bunter. I suspect with 1 out he's going to bunt. corners move in once again for the Giants. Riles in at third, Will Clark in at first. Here's the pitch by Robinson. There's the bunt. They go to first on the wheel play. Oberkfell covering, 2 away. Ozzie Smith advances to third base. Top of the order, Willie McGee. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first inning. 2-0 Cardinals. 2 outs. Robinson's ready. Here's the pitch to McGee. Grounder to Oberkfell to Clark. Inning over, but the Cardinals score once again on the Ozzie Smith base hit. We go to the top of the third. The 1982 Cardinals 2. The 89 Giants nothing. 2 up for San Francisco. Robinson the pitcher in the top of the order. Butler and Oberkfell. Mura on the mound. Robinson to take. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Robinson to take again. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Robinson's ready now. Robinson batted .185 in 1989 and actually had 3 home runs. Let's see if he can help his own cause. Tennis sets the target. Here's the pitch to Robinson. And he singles up the middle. So a leadoff single for the pitcher. That brings Brett Butler to the plate. Butler's 0 for 1. 10 out of 10 bunters, 6 out of 10 hit and run, but Butler is not going to be bunting. Robinson being held on by Keith Hernandez at first. Steve Mura rocks and fires. Butler will swing away, but he doesn't like that pitch and he walks. So first and second, Steve Mura has himself in a bit of a jam here. No outs. Cardinals are up 2-0. And here comes Ken Oberkfell, who is 0 for 11 in a combination of playing for both teams. 0 for 1 today. Oberkfell, 3 out of 10 bunting, 9 out of 10 hit and run. Mura's all over the place with his control. Oberkfell will take. Here's the pitch by Mura. Strike 1. Oberkfell to take again. Ball 1. 1-1 count. Now we're going to play hit and run. 2 on, no outs. Tennis sets the target. Here's the pitch, hit and run on. And that ball is flown down the right field line, but foul. So it now goes 1 ball, 2 strikes, hit and run off. The windup and the pitch by Mura. And that's a... looks like it's going to be a double for Oberkfell. No, it's a single. And we have a 60% chance of scoring Robinson, who's 4 out of 10 base runner. McGee 7 out of 10 arms, so McGee would then throw to probably Ozzie Smith. So we're going to hold Robinson. Bases will be loaded with no outs. So Steve Mura has really pitched himself into a pickle, because here comes Will the Thrill Clark. And if you're thinking grand salami for Clark, 23 home runs in 1989 to go along with 111 RBIs. Giants down by 2, but that could all change with 1 swing of the bat from Will Clark. Tennis goes out to have a word with Mura in this one-and-done playoff tournament semifinal to see who goes to the championship game out of the National League bracket. No place to put Clark. Tennis back behind the plate. The windup and the pitch by Mura. And Clark lines out to Tommy Herr, who quickly fires to Keith Hernandez. Double play. Nice play by Tommy Herr. They double up the runner at first. Ouch. That is a huge ouch for the 89 Giants. There's 2 outs now. Runners at second and third. And Kevin Mitchell comes to the plate. Not out of the cooker yet, Mr. Mura. Kevin Mitchell had 47 round trippers in 89. Tying run at second base and Butler. Robinson at third. Tennis flashes the signs. Mura nods his head. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. And Mitchell sends that ball deep. And Lonnie Smith makes the catch at the wall in left center field. Inning over. So the Giants threaten bases loaded, no outs, but they come away with nothing thanks to the line them out double play. And then Mitchell flying out deep to left center field. We go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Cardinals. 2 up for the 82 Cardinals. Oberkfell, Hernandez, and George Hendrick. And Oberkfell 0 for 1. The windup and the pitch by Robinson. And it's a grounder to Ken Oberkfell. And Oberkfell throws out Oberkfell. That happens when you play these tournament games with teams from different years. Sometimes the players are on both teams. Multiplicity. Alright, one away, no one out. Here comes Keith Hernandez, 1 for 1 today. Singled in the first. Kennedy sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. And that's a single to right. 2 for 2. Will Clark to hold on his counterpart, Hernandez at first. Robinson steps back up on the mound, looks to first. Now, in at Kennedy as George Hendricks at the plate, 1 for 1. Big George. Giants pinch the middle with Uribe and Oberkfell looking at turn 2, the pitcher's best friend. Robinson sets and delivers. Hendricks swings, sends that ball deep and up the right center field wall. Maldonado retrieves it. Hernandez is going to attempt to score from first. We only have a 12% chance of throwing him out. We're going to say no. So Hernandez will score. Will hold Hendrick at second with the one-out double. The Cardinals are now up 3-0. They have put up single runs in each of the first 3 innings. And we have Andre Ford in the chat. How are you, Andre? Hope all is well. He says, hey, Al, been a while. Again, hope all is well with you, Andre. So Hendrick is at second, 1 out. Here comes Lonnie Smith. Giants get bullpen action up. Lonnie Smith 0 for 1. Robinson gets the sign, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Smith. And that's a line out to Riles at third. He looks to second, but Hendricks is back. So 2 outs. Runner on second. Here comes Tommy Herr. He started that big bases loaded line out double play. The Giants had bases loaded, no outs. Herr 1 for 1. He has a chance to knock in a run. As I like to say, that duck off the pond. Righty-lefty matchup for Robinson. Here's the pitch to Tommy Herr. Grounder to Uribe. He makes the dive, comes up throwing to Clark, inning over. So Uribe saves a run. The Cardinals do score a run, though. We go to the top of the fourth. The 1982 Cardinals 3, the 89 Giants nothing. 2 up for San Francisco. Riles, Kennedy, and Maldonado. We have Andre Ford in the chat. I asked him how he's doing. He says, doing well, my friend. Thanks. Always great to hear that. So here comes Ernest Riles. He's 0 for 1, 0 for 4 for the tournament. Mura struggled, but has thrown goose eggs up for the first 3 innings. Will his luck continue? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Riles. And Riles rips a single to left. 6 out of 10 base running ability. Hernandez to hold him on first. And here comes Terry Kennedy. He's 0 for 1. Mura's up to 57 pitches, good for 125. Gene Tennis sets the target. The Cardinals want to turn 2 here with Smith and Herr up the middle. Mura looks to Hernandez. Now in at Tennis. Here's the pitch to Kennedy. Mura gets the ball. His only play is the first. 1 away. And Riles advances to second. So he's in scoring position for Candy Maldonado, the Candy Man. Maldonado walked his first time up in the second inning. 3-0 Cardinals. Riles at second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Maldonado. And he sends that ball deep and off the center field wall. Scoring from second base on the 1-out double is Riles. The Giants are on the board. It's 3-1, folks. Yes, Andre Ford says, good matchup here. Yes, this is the semifinal in the one-and-done tournament. I played the first semifinal between the 86 Red Sox and the 83 Orioles earlier tonight. It was a very good game. I suggest if you haven't watched it, or whoever watches later hasn't watched that game, to check it out. Very fun game. So here comes Jose Uribe. He has a chance to knock in a run. Maldonado stands at second, 1 out. Uribe's 0 for 1 today. Struck out in second. Mura's ready. Here's the pitch to Uribe. And Uribe pops that ball up behind second base. Tommy Hurt calls for it for out number 2. And here comes the pitcher, Don Robinson. Robinson singled his first time up. He has given up single runs in the first 3 innings. Again, one and done tournament. If you lose, you're out. Let's see who we have for pinch hitters. Very important run out on second, obviously. And the way I play my one and done tournaments, all players are eligible, so you have a plethora of players. Because these games are played one after the other, so you're using your whole pitching staff if you win. You may be able to go back to your number 1 starter in the 4th game, but most of the time it would be out of the pen. So you have to use everybody. So that's why you see these 2 pitchers, not the stellar pitchers for either team, pitching in the semifinal game, because they've already used their better pitchers earlier on. You can't save them. You got to use them. You got to win to advance. Alright, who do we have on the bench here? Mura is a righty, and he gives up a .292 batting average against lefties. So what lefties do we have on the bench who hits righties good? Nobody. Alright, well that strategy's not going to work. What righties do we have on the bench? Really, we don't have Donnell Nixon, 289. Now, if we do bring in Donnell Nixon to pinch hit for Robinson here in the top of the 4th, we're obviously going to go to our bullpen, but I think I have to go to a pinch hitter here. I wanted to use a lefty, but all my lefties on the bench bat below 220 against right-handers. I was hoping to get someone at least 270 because Mura gives up a 292 batting average. 268 off righties. We're going to go with Donnell Nixon. Will come in to pinch hit for Robinson, so he's out of the gate in this one and done. And Robinson's numbers, he went 3 innings for the 89 Giants, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. He pitched in and out of trouble. No homers, no walks, 1 strikeout. Here comes Donnell Nixon. And this is his first at-bat of the tournament. Batted .265, 1 home run, 15 runs driven in, 23 runs scored. 289 off right-handed pitching, and that's why he's in there, trying to knock in Candy Maldonado and bring the Giants even closer, make it a 1-run deficit. Mura is ready. Tennis sets the target. Here's the pitch to Nixon, and he singles to left, past the 3rd baseman and past Ozzie Smith. Lonnie Smith has the ball. Maldonado has an 81% chance to score, and we're going to send him. And we're going to hold Nixon at first. Here's a throw to the plate. Not in time. Maldonado scores. It's 3-2 Cardinals. So Donnell Nixon does his job. Pinch hit single with 2 outs. Nixon, 8 out of 10 base running ability, will be held on by Keith Hernandez at first. Top of the order, Brett Butler. So Mura, they finally break through against Steve Mura, who he's not been stellar, but he was able to put up goose eggs the first 3 innings. Tennis and Hernandez go out to have a word with him. Now back to their positions. Mura's ready. Here's the pitch to Butler, and what is that? He's out. So Butler grounds out. It looked like Herr flipped it to Ozzie Smith to get the force out at second, but the 89 Giants scored 2 thanks to the pinch hit single by Nixon. we go to the bottom of the fourth. 82 Cardinals 3, the 89 Giants 2, and we will need a new pitcher. All pitchers are available. Too soon for Petrosian. You know what? We're going to go with Craig Lefferts. We're going to go with Craig Lefferts. He's good for 55 pitches. We also have Dave Trevecchi. He only had 13 innings though. But you know what? He had 13 innings. Lefties didn't get a hit off of him in those 13 innings. And righties, 182. We're going to go Dave Trevecchi. He's good for 80 pitches, but I don't want to go to Lefferts or Petrosian too soon, so. Yeah, Dave Trevecchi will come in to the 9 slot, so Donnell Nixon's out of the game, but he did his job. He did his job. Donnell Nixon did his job. Pinch hit single. We went early. It's a one-and-done tournament. And I am managing the Giants. The computer's managing the Cardinals. So. All right, Dave Trevecchi's in. And he will face team tennis, Ozzie Smith, and the pitcher, Mura. And we have Expos Strap Baseball Network in the house. How are you? Did you stream tonight? I went to your channel. I didn't see any video because I was going to watch it after this. That's how I fall asleep to people's baseball streams, and then I pick it up in the morning. Hope all is well with you, Espo. Don't let those people bum me out, my friend, Espo. Those idiots online. And, Andre Fort's Giants bullpen may get stretched. Yeah. Well, I think I did the right thing. I know it was early, but he wasn't pitching well anyway. And I needed to knock that run in, so I pinch hit for him. Alright, so Dave Trevecchi in to face Gene Tennis. Tennis 0 for 1. Here's the pitch by Trevecchi. And that is a line shot, and Butler has a 55% chance. We're going to let him dive. And he makes the diving catch, robbing Gene Tennis of extra bases. What a play by Brett Butler in left center field, saving Trevecchi. All right, let's go to Trevecchi's numbers here. 2 wins, no losses, 3.46 earned run average. He only pitched 13 innings, struck out 5, walked 4, batting average against 182. Left-handers did not get a hit off of him in his 13 innings. And right-handers only batted 182. I think this was him coming back off that arm injury. I wonder if it's that year he broke his arm. Was that him, Dave Trevecchi? I have to look that up. And again, if someone's new watching, when I do these one-and-done tournaments, everyone is eligible. All players are eligible. So you have more than a 25-man roster. It makes it fun. That's why you'll see in a semifinal game or a final game, not the best pitchers pitching against each other. They've already been used early on in the tournament. Because I play my games one day after the other. There's no days of rest for the team. Anyhow, let me. I'll go to the chat in a moment. I see Andre Ford and Espo have posted. And remember to check out Expos Strap Baseball Network. Absolutely wonderful channel. I just subscribed, I think, 3 days ago. Lots of fun stuff on there, and they're doing a couple of projects. He's doing one with Chris from Stratomatic, Delaware, and also another project with Baseball Demos and Dave. So feel free to put that information in the chat, Espo, and I will read it out. Thank you very much for joining us. Myself and Andre Ford greatly appreciate it. So here comes Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz, 1 for 1. Ozzie batted .258 off left-handed pitching. Trevecchi's ready. He sets and delivers to Smith. And it's a grounder to Riles, who throws to Clark. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Steve Mura, who up until the top of the 4th had pitched himself into jams and out of jams. But in the 4th, the Giants finally caught up to him. They scored 2, but the Cardinals still lead by 1. Mura had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Kennedy sets the target. Here's the pitch to Mura. Oh, wow. Trevecchi walked him. Ugh. He walked the pitcher. So 2 on. Mura's at first, being held on by Will Clark. Here comes the top of the order, the dangerous batting Willie McGee. McGee's 1 for 2, singled in the first, grounded to second in the second. Kennedy goes out to have a quick word with Dave Trevecchi, now back behind the plate. Trevecchi's ready. Takes a quick peek to first. Now here's the pitch to McGee. And that's a single to left, and Mura, with 2 outs, got a great jump on that contact. He went first to third, so runners on the corner. Here comes Ken Oberkfell, and again, here's the fun stat about Ken Oberkfell in this tournament. He has 9 at-bats with the Giants, and he doesn't have a hit. He's also playing for the Cardinals, and he has 4 at-bats in the tournament. So Oberkfell in total is 0 for 13 for both teams. That's pretty funny. Let me jump to the chat, and Espo says, no stream tonight, stream tomorrow night, but bummed at all. Can't be bummed when I have good friends. Hi, Andre. Yeah, don't be bummed, dude. We all love you. Oh, he has fun streams, Andre. He's very quick. He plays the Stratomatic, but it's fun. He makes it entertaining. And Espo Strat Baseball Network says the 1967 collaboration with Baseball Demos. That's with Dave, so check that out. Dave actually just put a game on. I caught the end of it on his live stream, so if you haven't watched that, go to Baseball Demos, catch the replay. AL only, and the 2015 Mini League with Stratomatic Delaware and Chris. So check out that channel also, Stratomatic Delaware and Chris. Alright, runners on the corners, 2 outs. Trevecchi will face Oberkfell. A lefty-lefty matchup. Trevecchi toes the rubber, looks in at Kennedy. Here's the pitch to Oberkfell. And that's a triple! Oh, Dave Trevecchi has pooped himself on the mound. The Cardinals go up 5-2. And Oberkfell, for each team, finally gets his first hit, and he knocks in 2 runs, and that's it for Dave Trevecchi. Well, that experiment didn't work. Oh, boy. Alright. Wow. Can't give up any more runs. We gotta go to Lefferts now. Oh, that's awful. I still have Gossage, too. You know what? We're gonna go to Goose Gossage. Because I still have Bedrosian. Well, they had a good pen, boy. Gossage, Bedrosian, and Lefferts. Here comes Goose Gossage looking to get that 3rd out here. Cardinals got those 2 runs right back, 5-2. Oregon has placed charge. Fans cheer along here at Blue Stadium. Hernandez at the plate. He's 2 for 2. Singled in the 1st and 3rd. Gossage done with his warm-up tosses. He's ready. Oberkfell at 3rd. Here's the pitch to Hernandez. And he walked him. Oh, boy. Runners on the corners again. And here comes George Hendrick. He's also 2 for 2. Doubled off the wall in the 1st, scoring Hernandez. And doubled off the wall in the 3rd, scoring Hernandez. It's pretty funny. Gossage rubs up the baseball, steps back up on the mound, toes the rubber. Looks in at Kennedy. The windup and the pitch to George Hendricks. That's a grounder. Uribe fields it, goes the 1st inning over, but the Cardinals score 2 on the Oberkfell triple and now lead the 89 Giants 5-2 in this one-and-done semifinal. Who will go on to the championship? Looks like the Cardinals right now. Due up for the 89 Giants, Oberkfell, Clark, and Mitchell. Mura is still out on the mound. 73 pitches, good for 125. Oberkfell swing away. Tennis sets the target. Here's the pitch. And Oberkfell singles to right. Here comes Will the Thrill Clark. He's 0 for 1 today. Walked in the first. Line to second. Into the double play. That was a huge... Giants had bases loaded, no outs, and Clark lined into the double play. Tommy Hurst started. All right. Chance for redemption for the Thrill. Mura looks to first. In at Tennis. He sets and delivers to Clark. And Clark lines out to Tommy Hurst once again. Unbelievable. So, 1 out, 1 on. Kevin Mitchell comes to the plate. Mitchell looking to drive 1 out of Busch Stadium. Mura toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to Mitchell. And he strikes Kevin Mitchell out. Mura getting into a bit of a rhythm here. So 2 outs. Oberkfell at first, and here comes Ernest Riles. He's 1 for 2. Popped up in the second and singled in the fourth. Riles looking to extend this inning. Tennis flashes the sides. Here's the pitch to Riles. And that ball goes to center field. Willie McGee drifts to his right a bit, makes the catch. Top of the 5th over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 5-2 St. Louis. Due up for the 82 Cardinals. Lonnie Smith, Tommy Hurst, and Gene Tennis. Goose Gossage still out on the mound. He's thrown 10 pitches. He's good for 40. Yeah, I went to the Goose. Had to, Andre. Dave Dravecki just did not do what I thought he was going to do. I just wanted to get through that inning. He couldn't. Lonnie Smith 0 for 2. 10 out of 10 bunter. Giants have to respect that. Corners in. Riles in at third. Clark in at first. Here's the pitch to Smith. And he strikes Lonnie Smith out. Swing and a miss. Good movement on that Goose Gossage sinking fastball. Tommy Hurst steps to the plate. 1 for 2. Singled in the second. Grounded out in the third. Gossage works quickly. Here's the pitch to Hurst. It's a fly ball to Maldonado towards the right field line. He makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Gene Tennis. Cardinal catcher's 0 for 2, but he was robbed of extra bases by Brett Butler's diving catch in left center his last time up. Gossage looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The windup and the pitch to Gene Tennis. That's a fly ball to Mitchell. He makes the catch. Gossage gets his 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 6th. 5-2 Cardinals. Looking good for the 82 Cardinals to advance to the tournament championship game. Mura still on the mound. Up to 90 pitches, and he will face Terry Kennedy, Candy Maldonado, and Uribe. Kennedy's 0 for 2. The windup and the pitch to Kennedy. That's a single to left. Goes the other way. Leadoff runner on. Candy Maldonado comes up. Maldonado's 1 for 1. Walked in the second. Doubled in the fourth. And that scored Riles. So he has an RBI. Maldonado's hitting .444 right now in the tournament. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Love to get a hold of one. Pull the Giants to within 1. Mura looks to first. Now in at Tennis. Here's the pitch to Maldonado. And that's a walk. So Mura's control problems pop up once again. First 2 runners are on. A single and a walk. And here comes Jose Uribe. He's 0 for 2. 6 out of 10 bunters, 6 out of 10 hit and run. Mura's all over the place when he pitches. I love to play hit and run, especially a 6 out of 10 or above. But he's all over the place with his pitches. I don't want to run into a strike him out, throw him out, double play. Uribe will take. Mura, ball 1, he'll take again. Strike 1, 1-1 count, hit and run on now. Tennis sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Mura. And he's safe! A double steal So Kennedy steals third on the failed hit and run, and Maldonado steals second, and the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Uribe with a base hit could knock in 2 for the Giants. He'll be swinging away. The windup and the pitch by Mura, and it's a hard hit ball back at the pitcher. He boots it. A run scores. It's now 5-3. Uribe advances to first on the error by Mura. Oberkfell goes to third. No RBI. Goose Gossage comes to the plate, but he will not hit, folks. We go back to the bench. It's now 5-3. Tying run at first base. They're probably going to lift Mura, but I have to play it like he's going to pitch. Righty. Lefties don't hit righties. Ed Urak, former Red Sox, 250. Oh, Chris Spire, 37 at-bats, he batted .353. Slugging percentage, .529. Oh, we have Matt Williams on this team, but he didn't really have a good year. 202. We're going to go with Chris Spires. We're going to take that limited sample size of 37 at-bats and roll with it. So Chris Spires to pinch hit. Here's Chris Spires. Gossage out of the game. He did his job. Gossage went an inning and a third. No runs, no hits. Walked 1, struck out 1. Dave Jarecki went a horrible 2/3 of an inning. Got the first 2 batters, then gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned and a walk. So runners on the corners, 5-3 Cardinals. Chris Spires comes to the plate, 1989, 243 batting average. With 2 RBIs, 7 runs scored. First at bat of the tournament. Here's the pitch by Mura. And Spires sends that ball up the middle. Tommy Hurd backhands it. We're going to send the runner home. Hurd to Smith to Hernandez. Double play, but the run scores. The Giants pulled it within 1, 5-4. But what a play by Tommy Hurd and the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. Hurd backhanded, flipped it to Ozzie Smith, who leaped over the approaching runner as he slid in and got a good throw to Hernandez. Wow. Bases are now clear, so that's not what they wanted. They did get the run, but they gave up 2 outs for it. So top of the order, 2 outs, and Brett Butler comes to the plate. Absolutely fabulous catch in left center to rob Gene Tennis of extra bases, but he's 0 for 2. Butler, 8 out of 10. Bunting ability. We're going to try for a bunt hit here. Here's a pitch by Mura. Butler puts it down, and he beats it out. A bunt base hit by Butler. The tying run is on. And here comes Ken Oberkfell, who's 2 for 3. Struck out in the first, singled in the third and fifth. Hernandez holding Butler on, 64% chance of stealing second base. Righty-lefty matchup. If you forgot, Oberkfell hits for the 89 Giants right-handed pitching at a .354 clip. Tennis goes out to have a word with Mura. Cardinals still have faith in him. That's kind of shocking. Tennis back behind the plate. Here's the pitch to Oberkfell. And it's a grounder to Smith. He comes charging in. He throws the first inning over. But the Giants score 2 and pulled it within 1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The 1982 Cardinals 5, the 89 Giants 4 in this semifinal tournament game. 1 and done playoff tournament. We have to go to the pitching once again. going to go to Craig Lefferts. Lefferts will come in. Can Spires play second base? I think he can. You know what? Ulbrich Fell's finally hitting. No, we'll just put Lefferts in the 9 spot. So Lefferts comes into the ball game. 1989, 2 wins, 4 losses, 20 saves, 2.69 earned run average, 233 batting average against. Left-handers batted at a 200 clip. Right-handers 242. Struck out 71, walked 22. He'll face Ozzie Smith, who's 1 for 2 today. Smith singled, knocking in Tommy Herr in the second. Lefferts gets a sign from Kennedy. Here's the pitch to the Wizard of Oz. That's a fly ball. Foul. Mitchell ran out of room down the left field line. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. A windup and the pitch by Lefferts. And he strikes out Ozzie Smith, 1 out. Here comes the pitcher, Steve Mura. I don't think he'll bat though, but we'll go through the motions. Here's the pitch. And there's the pinch hitter, Tito Landrum, a very good pinch hitter for the Cardinals. Now it's the Cardinal fans trying to rev him up. Landrum getting his first appearance here. In 82, he batted .278, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, 12 runs scored. Off left-handed pitching, .291. Lefferts gets a sign from Kennedy. 5-4 Cardinal. Bottom of the 6th, 1 out. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Landrum. That's a fly ball to deep center. Butler's there and he makes the catch in front of the wall. Oh, we have lots of guys in the bullpen. I'll show you after I'm done with the inning. So we went with Lefferts, and I'll just show you the bullpen here real quick off to the left. I mean, I still have Mulholland, Hammaker. Look at all these left. Bedrosian, that's the next guy I'll come with. I'll leave that up for a moment. So off to the left above Lefferts' pitcher, you can see the bullpen. And that's not all the pitchers, because I have all the pitchers available, but these are the guys in the bullpen. Alright, 2 outs, no one on. Top of the order, Willie McGee. He's 2 for 3. Single in the first, grounded out in the second, single in the fourth. Lefferts toes the rubber, looks in at Kennedy, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Willie McGee. Grounder to Riles, over to Clark, and they just get him. We go to the top of the 7th, 5-4 Cardinals. And a new pitcher for the 82 Cardinals, Jeff Lahti. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. L-A-H-T-I, Lahti. 5 wins, 4 losses, no saves, 3.81 earned run average. Struck out 22, walked 21, batting average against .245. Left-handers hit at a .218 clip, right-handers .261. So he has control issues too, as you can see with his walk to strikeout numbers. Will Clark's at the plate. Clark 0 for 2. Walked in the first and lined out twice to her. Once into a double play with bases loaded and no outs. One swing of the bat by Will Clark to be a tie ball game. Lady gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Clark. And Clark sends that ball out to Hendrick, who doesn't even have to move, and that's out number 1. He flies out to right. As Andre Forts is okay, you do have a lot of choices. Yeah, I do in the bullpen. So 1 out, and here comes Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell's 0 for 3. Mitchell had 47 home runs in '89. He'd like to get another one here to tie this ball game up. Lady looks in at Tennis. Tennis sets the target. He rocks and fires. Mitchell strikes out. That was a late strike 3 call. Mitchell didn't like it. So there's 2 outs, and here comes Ernest Riles. And again, Riles 293 off right-handed pitching. 1 for 3 today. Popped up to second, singled in the 4th, and fly deep to center in the 5th. Riles had 7 home runs in '89. 10 is set to the target. Here's the pitch to Riles. And that is a hustle double. Riles gets a hustle 2-out double. He's in scoring position as McGee was late getting to that ball. And Riles, flying out of the box, hit first base and kept going. So with 2 outs, Terry Kennedy, the catcher, comes to the plate. Chance to tie it up here. Batted .250 in the '89 off right-handed pitching. 1 for 3 today. Fly deep to right center in the 2nd. Grounded to the pitcher in the 4th and singled in the 6th his last time up. And we really don't have any good pinch hitting options on the bench, so Terry Kennedy will hit. 2 outs, runner at second. The windup and the pitch by Lady. And he strikes out Kennedy's side, retired. Giants strand the tying run at second, and Riles. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The 1982 Cardinals 5, the '89 Giants 4. 2 up for St. Louis. Oberkfell, Hernandez, and Hendrick to face Craig Lefferts. Oberkfell 1 for 3, lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Oberkfell rips that ball foul down the right field line. It's now a full count. Lefferts toes the rubber, looks in at Kennedy. Kennedy sets the target. Here's the pitch to Oberkfell. And he strikes him out! Fastball down and away. So there's 1 out. Keith Hernandez steps to plate. 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. Another lefty-lefty matchup. Lefferts works quickly. Here's the pitch. Hernandez pops that ball foul. Behind the plate, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefferts rubs up the baseball, steps back up on the mound, toes the rubber. Looks in at Kennedy. He sets and delivers. Hernandez singles to right center field. It's his 3rd hit of the ball game, 3 for 3. Clark to hold him on. Hernandez 7 out of 10 base running ability. Brings up George Hendricks, who's 2 for 3. 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. Grounded out in the 4th. 1 out, 1 on. Uribe and Oberkfell pinch the middle, looking to turn 2. Hendrick batted .305 off left-handed pitching. But we're going to stick with Lefferts. He only gave up, well, he gave up a .242 batting average. But we're going to stick with him. Kennedy sets the target. Lefferts looks to first. Now in at Kennedy. Here's the pitch to Hendrick. And Kennedy snaps throw to first. Hernandez back. 1 ball, no strikes. Lefferts ready to do it all over again. The windup and the pitch. Hendrick grounds to Clark, who goes to Uribe, back to Clark. Double play. Inning over. Nice play by Will Clark on the 3 to 6 to 3 double play. We go to the top of the 8th. The 82 Cardinals 5, the 89 Giants 4. One team 6 outs away from elimination. The other team 6 outs away from being eliminated. Due up for the 89 Giants, Maldonado, Uribe, and the pitcher Lefferts. Lady back out on the mound, 13 pitches so far. Maldonado 1 for 1. He's walked twice and doubled, knocking in Riles. Ladies ready. Here's the pitch to Maldonado. And that's deep, but Hendrick is there and right for out number 1. Cardinals fans applaud that first out. here in the top of the 8th. Here comes Jose Uribe. 0 for 3. Uribe is going to attempt the bunt base hit here. 7 out of 10 bunting ability. Lady sets and delivers. There's the bunt, and it goes foul. It counts now no balls, 2 strikes. Uribe will swing away. Tennis sets the target. Here's the pitch. Uribe singles to right. His first hit of the game. 7 out of 10 base running ability. Here comes Craig Lefferts. He'll be called back for a pinch hitter. Before we do that, let's give you Lefferts' numbers, though. Third man out of the pen. We've used 4 pitchers, which includes the starter. Lefferts went 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks. He struck out 2, so he did his job. 5 to 4, 1 out. Uribe the tying run at first. 7 out of 10 base running ability. We're going to go to our bench here. And no one hits right-handers. Ed Urek 250. That's our best guy off the bench. Who has our best slugging percentage? Well, Charlie Hayes, but that's with 5 at-bats, so we're not going to take that. We might go with Matt Williams and hope he runs into something. Let's view the player. He had 18 home runs. He only batted 176 though off right-handed pitching. That's the issue. I think we're gonna go with Matt Williams. Hopes he runs into something. He had 18 home runs, so Matt Williams will come off the bench. His number is called. Matt Williams only batted .202 in 89. 18 home runs, 50 RBIs, 31 runs scored. He only batted .176 off right-handed pitching. But Jeff Lady gives up a .261 batting average against right-handed batters. So we're hoping that Matt Williams runs into a pitch and gives the Giants a 1-run lead. Uribe represents the tying run at first. Williams a go-ahead run at the plate. First at-bat of this tournament. Could be a memorable one. Hernandez playing behind. Wow, Hernandez playing behind Uribe, the tying run. So they're looking to turn 2 and get out of this inning, the Cardinals are. Williams is ready. He digs in. He's ready to grip and rip. Tennis sets the target. The windup and the pitch by Lady. And it's a wild pitch, and Uribe advances to second base. The tying run in scoring position, 1 out, full count. Matt Williams at the plate. Moment of truth here for both teams. The windup and the pitch to Matt Williams. And he grounds to Ozzie Smith, who throws to Hernandez. And Uribe advances to third base with 2 outs now. And they've gone to their closer, Bruce Sutter. Coming in for the 4-out save. Sutter saved the first 2 games of the tournament here for the Cardinals. In actuality, 9 wins, 8 losses, 36 saves, 2.90 earned run average, struck out 61, walked 34, batting average against 235. In the tournament retro replay, batting average against 182. Right-handers batted 268 off Sutter, left-handers 204. Uribe tying run at third base, 2 outs. And Butler's up. Sutter owned left-handers, but we're not taking Butler out. Butler batted 280, 284 off right-handed pitching. If he can single here, it will be a tie ball game. Suter's done with his warm-up tosses. He's ready. The windup and the pitch to Butler. 2 outs, tying run at third. And Butler strikes out. Bruce Suter does his job. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Cardinals cling to that 1-run lead, 5-4 over the Giants. We need a new pitcher, and it's going to be Steve Bedrosian. No tomorrow, folks. So Steve Bedrock Bedrosian comes out to pitch. And he will face, from the 82 Cardinals, Lonnie Smith, Tommy Hearn, and Gene Tennis as we come down to the wire. Bottom of the 8th, 5-4. Cardinals. Semifinal game, which is the championship game for the National League bracket. The American League semifinal has already been played between the 86 Red Sox and the 83 Orioles. I suggest it was a very good game. Check it out. I'm not going to give away the score in case you want to watch it. Alright, Bedrosian's ready. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. He's 0 for 3. We have to respect his 10 out of 10 bunting ability. Corner's in. Riles in at third. Clark in at first. Bedrosian rocks and fires. That's a ground ball to Uribe, who throws to Clark for out number 1. Here comes Tommy Hearn. 1 out, bases empty. He's 1 for 3 again. 8 out of 10 bunting ability. Gotta respect that. Corner's in for the Giants. Bedrosian works quickly. Here's the pitch. Hearn singles to right, past the drowned in Clark. So Hearn's on first. Definitely a base running threat. 8 out of 10 running ability. 78% chance of stealing. Clark to hold him on. At the plate, Gene Tennis 0 for 3. Bedrosian throws over. Hearn's back. Here's the pitch out. There goes Hearn. The throw down, and they still don't get him. Tommy Hearn steals second base. Very important insurance run at second, and he has a 61% chance of stealing third. It counts 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch to Tennis, and that is a double. And Hearn scores from second. Gene Tennis comes through in the clutch for the Cardinals. No one there to rob him of that extra base hit. And Mike Ramsey will come into pinch run. So it is now 6-4. Bedrosian doesn't do his job. Ramsey, a 7 out of 10 base running ability. Ozzie Smith, 1 for 3, comes to the plate. Knocked in Tommy Hearn with a single in the second inning. Since then, grounded out and struck out. Here's the pitch to Smith. That's a grounder up the middle. Oberfeld backhands and fires to Clark. All in one motion for the out number 2. Great play by Ken Oberfeld. Ramsey advances to third. And here comes Bruce Suter. I'm assuming they're going to let him hit. Let him hit. Bedrosian, closer to closer. Here's the pitch to Suter. And Suter singles up the middle. Ramsey scores from third. The Cardinals have a 3-run lead. Ouch. Didn't expect that. That could be the final nail in the coffin here. Here comes Willie McGee, 2 for 4. 2 outs, Suter at first. Clark's actually going to play behind him. Bedrosian's very upset with himself. Throws the rosin bag down on the mound. Steps back up on the hill. He toes the rubber. Here's the pitch to McGee. And McGee singles to right center. Suter goes first to third. It's going from bad to worst here for the Cardinals. God, do I have anyone else in the bullpen? I obviously do. Let's stick with Bedrosian. Come on, Bedrock. Get this last out here. Here comes Ken Oberfeld. Lefty's batted 204 off Bedrosian. Oberfeld 308. And 82 off righties. Here comes Trevor Wilson. So Trevor Wilson comes out the pen as Bedrosian's yanked. As Andre Fort's Suter single. Ouch, I know, that's a big ouch. Andre Ford says, Butler struck out, but I'm loving your statistical decision making. Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Thank you, though. Runners on the corners. Here comes Trevor Wilson. Wilson, 2 wins, 3 losses, 39 innings pitched, 207 batting average against, 435 earned run average. But we brought him in because lefties only batted 222 off of him, and Oberkfell only batted 238 off lefties. Let's see if they go to a pinch hitter. Wilson's got to get this out, keep it a 3-run deficit. He's ready to work. Here's the pitcher, Oberkfell. And Oberkfell walks. Wow. Bases loaded. Keith Hernandez, no place to put him. Hernandez perfect on the day, 3 for 3 with a walk. All of his hits were singles. Again, Wilson, I was hoping it wasn't going to come into play, but it did as he walked Oberkfell. You know, he walked 24, struck out 22. You can't take that chance again. I can't. And Wilson's done. Ernie Camacho. Ernie Macho Camacho comes into the game. 3 wins, no losses, 16 innings pitched. 2.76 earned run average, 175 batting average. Lefties batted 179 off him. Moment of truth for Ernie Camacho. Hernandez digs in. Camacho's ready. Here's the pitch. That's a pop-up. Oberkfell calls for it on the outfield grass. He makes the catch. Top of the 9th. Coming up, but the Cardinals scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. They now lead 7-4. But they left the bases loaded, so Camacho gives the 89 Giants at least some hope. They're down 3 and due up in the top of the 9th for the 1989 San Francisco Giants on the verge of elimination. Oberkfell, Clark, and Mitchell. If anyone gets on Riles, they'll face Bruce Sutter, who singled and knocked in a run in the bottom of the 8th. So here's Oberkfell. And Darryl Porter's the new catcher. 4 out of 10 defense, 5 out of 10 arm. Everything else is the same. You don't take pitches with Bruce Sutter, he throws strikes. He rocks and fires. Oberkfell grounds to her for out number 1. The Cardinals 2 outs away from advancing. Will Clark's 0 for 3. Clark batted .340 off right-handed pitching. Sutter works quickly. Here's the pitch. Clark sends that ball deep to Willie McGee, who runs to the track and makes the catch. The 82 Cardinals 1 out away from destiny. And it'll be quite an interesting matchup. I'm not going to tell you who won the other game, but it'll be an interesting matchup if the Cardinals win. A historical matchup. So it's up to Kevin Mitchell. Last man standing right now for the Giants. Mitchell had 47 round trippers. Sutter back up on that mound, looks in at Porter. He sets and delivers to Mitchell. And Mitchell walks. Good at bat by Kevin. Didn't swing for that pitch. And here comes Ernest Riles. Riles, 293 batting average off right-handed pitchers, 2 for 4 today. Popped out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, fly deep to center in the 5th, and doubled up the middle in the 7th. On deck, Terry Kennedy. Hernandez is holding Mitchell on, which I find is silly, because his run means nothing, but thank you for holding him on, computer. Darryl Porter flashes the signs. Bruce Sutter nods his head. Here's the pitch to Ernest Riles. And that is a line out to deep center. Willie McGee races back, reaches up, makes the catch. Ball game over. The Cardinals storm the field. They win the National League bracket, and they're headed to the championship. The 82 Cardinals 7. The 89 Giants 4. What a ball game. Let's go to the box score and call it a stream. Player of the game, George Hendrick. Winning pitcher, Mura. Losing pitcher, Robinson. Before we go to the box score, I'd like to say thank you to Andre Ford. He says, good game. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously you did. He said, good game. And also to Expos Strat Baseball Network. He was here earlier. Remember to check out his channel, Expos Strat Baseball Network. Also, check out Baseball Demos and Stratomatic Delaware. All fine channels. So thank you to Andre Ford and Expos Strat Baseball Network for taking some time out and spending it with me on this late evening, coming up on early morning before I hit the hay. So in defeat, the 89 Giants, Robinson started the game. He only went 3 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. They were all earned. Struck out 1. Then Dravecki was awful, 2/3 of an inning. 2 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. Walked 1. Gossage came in an inning and a third. Walked 1, struck out 1. But they were scoreless innings. Lefferts, 2 innings, scoreless. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Bedrosian, not good. 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 2 runs. They were earned. Basically, those are the final nails in the coffin. Wilson came in and walked a batter. Then Camacho came in with bases loaded and got the pop out to end the inning and keep it a 3-run deficit, to which the Giants would eventually lose, as they went down 1-2-3 in the top of the ninth. For the National League Bracket champions, the 82 Cardinals, Mura gets the win. He struggled, but he got the win. 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Lady came in, got a hold, 1 2/3 inning, 2 hits, no runs, struck out 2. Bruce Sutter got his 3rd save. He saved all 3 victories for the Cardinals in an inning and a third, walked 1, struck out 1. Let's go to the batting. Brett Butler 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout. Oberkfell finally broke through for both teams. It's kind of funny. He was hitless for both the Giants and Cardinals, as he's on both teams. He was 2 for 5 with the Giants with a strikeout. Clark, disappointing. 0 for 4 with a walk. Finished with a .273 batting average. Mitchell, 0 for 4 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. He was very disappointing. .167 batting average in the tournament. Riles, 2 for 5 with a run scored. Kennedy, 1 for 4 with a run scored, a strikeout. Candy Maldonado, he had a good tournament. 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI, 2 walks. Had a double. He finished with a .400 batting average. Uribe, 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Robinson, the pitcher, 1 for 1. Nixon, the pinch hitter, that was huge at the time, 1 for 1 with an RBI. Dravecki, Gossage just pitched, did not hit. Spires, 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Lefferts pitched, did not hit. Matt Williams, 0 for 1. Bedrosian, Wilson, and Camacho pitched and did not hit. In total, in defeat, the 89 Giants, 36 at-bats, 4 runs, 10 hits, 2 RBIs, 5 walks, 6 Ks, 2 doubles, team batting average .243. So there were some unearned runs there for the Cardinals pitching. As you see, they only knocked in 2 runs, the Giants. Were credited with 2 RBIs. For the victorious 82 Cardinals, Willie McGee, 3 for 5 with a run scored. He has a .385 batting average heading to the championship game. Oberkfell gets to the championship game with the Cardinals. 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, a walk and a strikeout. Batting .167 though. Keith Hernandez, big tournament so far, .583 batting average, 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, a walk. Hendrick, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. He's batting .333. Lonnie Smith's been struggling. He's hitless, 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Tommy Hurt, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored. He has a .500 batting average. Gene Tennis, 1 for 4 with an RBI. 125. Ramsey, the pinch runner. Porter came in to play defense and catch. Ozzie Smith 1 for 4 with an RBI and a strikeout. He's batting a very good .556. Mura had a run. He walked and scored a run. Landrum, pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Lady, pitch did not hit. Bruce Sutter closed out the game and had a single and an RBI. Enough said. In total, for the victorious National League bracket champion heading to the championship for the overall tournament, the Cardinals 35 at-bats, 7 runs, 14 hits, 7 RBIs, 3 walks, 4 Ks, 3 doubles, 1 triple, team batting average .323. We'll go to the recap and then call it a stream. It was a very fun game, 7-4. Cardinals win it. St. Louis scored 1 run on 3 hits in the first. Hendrick doubled, scoring 1 to take the lead 1-0 over the Giants. In the second, they scored again, 1 run on 2 hits. Ozzie Smith singled, scoring her, 2-0 Cardinals. San Francisco failed to score on 2 hits and a walk in the top of the third. And the Cardinals come back in the bottom of the third and get a run, 1 run, 2 hits. George Hendrick doubled, scoring a run. It was 3-0 Cardinals. Looked like the rout was on. But the Giants steadied the ship. They scored twice in the fourth. On 3 hits, Candy Maldonado doubled, scoring Riles, 3-1 Cardinals. Donnell Dixon came off the bench to pinch hit for Robinson. We yanked him quick, and he knocked in a run, made it 3-2. Cardinals came right back in the bottom of the fourth, sent 7 batters to the plate, scoring 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. Oberkfell tripled, scoring 2, made it 5-2 Cardinals. But in the 6th, the Giants struck back. They scored 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and an error. Uribe hit a grounder, scoring a run, made it 5-3. Then Spires hit a ground ball. That was a double play. But the run did score, made it 5-4. So the Giants pulled to within 1, but the Cardinals put the game away in the bottom of the 8th. They sent 8 batters to the plate, scoring 2 runs on 4 hits and a walk. Gene Tennis doubled, scoring her. He wouldn't be denied this time for extra bases, as Brett Butler denied him before, but this time he hit it to right field and not to center. That made it 6-4, and then Bruce Sutter, the closer, singled up the middle, scoring Ramsey, and that made it 7-4, and that's how the ball game ended. Candy Maldonado was 1 for 2 with a double and 2 runs scored with 2 walks. Keith Hernandez 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. George Hendrick 2 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Willie McGee 3 for 5. Steve Mura, the winning pitcher. Bruce Sutter gets a save. He has saved all 3 victories for the 1982 Cardinals in this one-and-done playoff tournament. Don Robinson gets the loss. Once again, thank you to Andre Ford and Espo Strat Network. Make sure I said that right. Espo Strat Baseball Network. Thank you to him and Andre Ford for taking time out, joining me in the chat. Health and happiness till next time. Bye-bye, and God bless.